Hello, welcome to Shipwrecks. I'm Ghost in the Hella, and welcome back to ValiDate. Welcome back to Jercy City and ValiDate. Last week, we started Inaya's storyline, so we'll be continuing that today. We had a couple of dates. Little Bear, oh my god, and the cats, which have been sleeping sweetly all day, are now being pills. Little Bear, honey, he's going for your cheese plate.
Of course he is.
Yep. Yeah. And there he goes. Yep, Little Bear's having some cheese. Alright.
Luckily, I already licked the cheese myself. Oh no, there was cheese on there.
Anyway, let's continue Inaya's storyline. So we did dates with, oh god. Who was the first person? I know Emhari was, I think, the last person we dated.
Was it a dude?
Emhari used he or she.
Oh, okay. Then I'm confusing Emhari with the second person.
I think the
Wait,
second person was Ashley, who uses she, her. The person we're about to start, I think, uses he, him.
Okay.
Which is Keaton. The first person was Yolanda. Of course it was Yolanda. Of course. The lovely, wonderful Yolanda.
The
Alright.
best one, as far as we know.
She might be the best one, it's true. But yeah, let's see, what Keaton's deal is. He looks edgy, which is fun. Do it for the fans, okay. Content warnings, mentions of sexual assault, misgendering, alcohol, and harassment. Oh, and it's not safe for work. Okay, then. Hey, Mia. Mia says, let's go. Alright. You're getting better at waking up without an alarm. You are doing it. Most days. Today you use the alarm. You're only human. You've given up on keeping the clock halfway across the room, because by the time you finally reach it, you're usually ready to smash it against the wall. Your security deposit is already on rocky enough ground as it is. And of course, because Mia is Mia, she says, hi Keaton, how's your mom doing? Because Keaton is, of course, the character with the supposedly romanceable MILF. I mean, presumably she's not a MILF to him, but... Oh my fucking god! Hi, Gideon. Hi, sweetheart. Holy shit! So, she has become very fond of climbing on her poser's shoulders. And, she just leapt onto my shoulder. Oh my god, Gideon.
From the floor?
I think from the other chair, not from the floor. Although it could have been from the floor. Oh my god, Gideon. Have kittens, they said. It will be fun and easy, they said. Oh my god, I love them so much. All kidding aside. All kitten aside. Gideon, do you want to sit with me? Do you want to just, like, chill with me? Yep, there she goes. I'll take off my headphones. Sneak Gideon attack. Alright then. So this is how I'm streaming now. Alright. But you are trying a new thing called not immediately rolling over and ruining your mood by checking social media on your phone. Instead, you roll out of bed, make enough coffee to drown in, and check it on your laptop. Gideon, is your butt right on my head? Oh my god. At least then you can pretend that you're working. I love you so much, baby girl. This is not great for my neck, but I love her so much I don't care. You bring up your work account and are immediately filled with the weird, terrifying hit of dopamine that a full notification bubble causes you. That little 99 plus is so frightening, yet so satisfying. It's not your job to check your own comments. That's what you hired Alex for. Ooh, should we check the comments or not check the comments? What do you think, baby girl? Should we check the comments? I mean, common internet wisdom is don't read the comments. I feel like the comments are just going to be people ragging on them for not tweezing their eyebrows again. 'Cause people are dicks. What do you think? Gideon would check the comments. I bet she would check the comments, because Gideon gives no fucks about pretty much anything other than Gideon's comfort. Isn't that right, sweetheart? Isn't that right? Oh my god, this cat. So she'll do this when I'm eating as well. Usually not like just lying down and chilling like this. She'll like jump onto my shoulder and... Thank you, sweetie. Oh my god. You are so precious. Thank you. She just licked my head. You're the best girl in the world. Have kittens, they said. It will be fun, they said. And they were right. Where are you going, baby? Where are you going, princess? Oh, there she goes. Alright. Let's not check the comments. Checking the comments is generally a bad idea, right? I know, like, when I check the comments on our YouTube, it's usually just, like, some porn bot. So, what good does that do? You resist the urge to self-harm via the internet. Shit. Did you get raided? What the hell? You tab over to Discord and are immediately accosted by another wave of notifications. All of them from Alex, who has sent you approximately 100,000 messages and even attempted to call you a couple times at 3 a.m. Oh, Mew is torn about it because A, she probably shouldn't, but B, Alex getting mad is so fun. I mean, it sounds like we're gonna get mad Alex anyway, so... With your heart pounding so hard that you can taste it in the back of your throat, oh, that's not good. You open the window. What the fuck, Alex? I ain't reading all that. Please be awake. You don't want to have to go through all that bullshit on your own. That's what you pay him for. Hey, hold on. Let me make coffee. Oh my god, don't just... Hey! Just tell me that nobody is that nobody is dead and my career isn't ruined. Nobody is dead and your career isn't ruined, but I need coffee, so hold the fuck on. You blow out a breath. You hadn't honestly been concerned about either of those things, but you still like being reassured. Let's see if we can get baby girl on kitten cam. If I can get kitten cam to work. Okay. Here we go. Whew. You don't even pretend to focus on something else until Alex gets back. You drink anxiety juice and scroll endlessly through your bitter feed. News is terrible, discourse is terrible, and everyone is fighting for no reason. Checks out. You really shouldn't check any of those comments. This is what you pay Alex to do. Check all the abuse so you don't have to. You roll a willpower check, and it is a critical failure. You open your notifications. Alright, well, they're gonna read them anyway. Okay. At least nobody seems to be calling you an abuser or anything, so hopefully this isn't a call-out post problem. Those are annoying. Oh, right, because she had, Ashley on the show prior to Emhari, and somebody was leveling some pretty serious accusations at Ashley. So she could be concerned about blowback from that. The majority of the comments seem to be some sort of variation on "Hey girl, hey," which, what the fuck? Okay, so some dude Bickbacher made a reaction video to one of your cooking lives. The last one, the gnocchi one. Wait, that's what all these noisy bitches are talking about? Hold up, I'm not even on Bickbach. And Gideon is done with us. From your brief forays onto the app, it seems to be entirely hot 19-year-olds lip-syncing to Dynamite by BTS, which, fair. That's a valid lifestyle choice, just not one you're prepared to give a company your email address in order to participate in. The cats are now chasing each other if you hear thumpa 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 thump in the background. Yeah, looks like you ripped your videos off Instagram and uploaded them himself. Wait, why? What the fuck? You've already said that so many times, but seriously, what the fuck? Who is this guy? Would I know him? Probably not. Just another e-boy with his roots showing. Early 20s, flat ass, does mostly shitposts and political videos with bits he probably cribbed from Chapo Trap House. There's a million of them on BitBox. Oh god, is it gonna be, oh my god. Oh my god, what was his name? I can picture him so perfectly. Oh my god. Shit. Ooh. Mia says, by the way, great breaking news for international trans rights. Finland today passed an updated birth certificate law that changed it to a self-ID model and eliminated the previous sterilization requirement. Fuck. Alright. Nice. That is excellent news. And terrifying that they had a sterilization requirement, but awesome that it's gone now. Fuck yeah. Okay. Oh, of course it's gonna be Keaton. Alright, so it's not, what's his name from the first one? Malik's guy. Classic. God, this is all you need. How bad is the video? Not that bad? It's sort of nonsensical, and I think he's doing a fake Queen's accent. Huh? Oh god, please don't make me attempt a Queen's accent. I haven't been in Queens in years. In my 20s, I probably could have done it because I was in Queens all the fucking time. But, not in many years. This is getting weirder and weirder. Just watch it, it's kind of hard to describe. You find it pretty easily on BitBox despite your unfamiliarity with the app. The guy's name is Keaton, apparently. Some artsy kid with his hair in his eyes and dimples that doubtless let him get away with anything. He's made one of those reaction videos, with the one on the left talking over the one on the right. Alex is right that it's not really anything, just him reacting to rolling and mixing with sort of weird, insulting shock. He does say, "Yeah, girl, yeah," quite a few times, which explains all those comments. It almost seems like a parody of a reaction video, but it's just so weird and stream of consciousness that it doesn't make sense. He himself is exactly how Alex described him. Vaguely emo haircut, attractive in a generic gym-toned way, leaning forward to make sure that the camera catches the worked angles of his biceps. He talks with his hands and sticks out his big pink tongue way more than is strictly necessary. At the end, he goes into a weird, garbled spiel about how these cooking videos are wasteful, the chefs never eat the food, and if they have all this excess food and time, why aren't they donating it instead of just using it to get clicks on social media? He signs off with a cheeky smile and an entreaty for his audience not to harass you. Well, failed step one, dickhead. Princess, what are you doing? She is now climbing into the pile of boxes that we keep for this exact purpose. Wow, that was almost Dadaist. Yeah, I'm not sure what his angle is. Anyway, not a big deal. You just might get some smartasses in your mentions for a while. Should I respond? No. No, don't. Absolutely not. These guys thrive on attention. If you respond, you'll just be getting him more traffic. Block and move on. Do love Alex's eye makeup. Yeah, you're right. You're not gonna listen to me, are you? Let's be honest. Yeah, probably not. You know me so well, it's like we're besties. You absolutely intend to take Alex's advice. He's very rarely wrong about these things. But the more you sit here and stew, the more pissed off you get. How dare this little prick take your video to farm likes for himself? And how dare he accuse you of misusing resources for clout? Little bastard. What does he know about anything? Every one of his fans is only there because he's cute and mean. He does absolutely nothing to add to anyone's life. You know you were making a mistake even as you set up your streaming equipment. Dumb. Dumb Inaya. Idiot. Hey y'all. I know I was supposed to be making dark chocolate cherry cookies today, but that's gotten put on hold, because my mood is garbage. Some little dickhead seems to have decided it would be fun to steal my videos and re-upload them on BigBoc. I don't use BigBoc because I do not fuck with BigBoc audience. You all know that. To my new friend, I just want to say, comparing gnocchi to a vagina is not content. And I do, in fact, eat all the stuff I make. Well, isn't that kind of a lie? Like, she threw out some stuff the other time and said everything she cooks on the stream is garbage. I'd be cooking whether or not I was streaming. Some people eat real food instead of endless ramen noodles. Oof. I eat a lot of instant ramen. Mia says, she goes deep into describing his physical attributes for someone who is not here for this. And Naya, you're making it so much worse. Wow, this is all so weak. You're just calling him a gamer, basically. This sucks. You gotta up your game. Also, just saying, do you eat all that designer clothing you buy? Why don't you donate it to a shelter or use some of that Bucci money on helping out your community? Gideon, baby girl, what you doing? What you doing, sweetie? Don't bite that. Don't bite that. Don't chew on that. If you're gonna be weird on camera, sweetie. Just saying. Catch you later, y'all. But I want to make dark chocolate cherry cookies. Yes, princess? Are you... Don't eat my wires, but yes, you are welcome to hang out with Bowser. Oh, you little jerk. She is such a cuddle tease. Oh my god, this cat. Right. But she is back on camera now. Oh, I'm sorry, did I startle you? Like when you jumped onto my shoulder without warning? You shut it down without checking any of your live reacts. You turn off your camera, already composing your apology to Alex in your head. All you get from him is a gif of that guy from The Office looking into the camera. Yeah. You've calmed down enough to do a little work when you notice a friend request on Discord. You don't usually accept them if you don't recognize the username, but for some reason, this one... you do. Don't accept friend requests. just from people you don't know. You get a DM from the account immediately. Oh my fucking god, this guy. Touché. Truce. Your stomach tries to jump up into your throat. Fuck, are your palms sweating? You that Big Bok douchebag? That's what they call me. But like, derogatory. I'm also a tube, you douchebag, for what it's worth. How did you get my Discord tag? Oh, I have my ways. My army of cyber stalkers that creep through the night. Oh my god, this fucking dude. I do like his snake bites, though. Didn't take long for them to get you in their ninja sights. That's incredibly creepy. I'm blocking you now. Hey, wait, no. Laughing my ass off, he looks like a WCW wrestler who'd walk out to Even Flow. I have a proposition. A proposal, if you will. You hesitate with your finger hovering over the block button. A proposition? Not an apology? What? No. Come on, you know that was just me messing around. Look, it got you a bunch of traffic. Not many new subscribers, just people being nasty in my replies. What? Really? Shit, laughing my ass off. No, seriously. I didn't know. Lol. This fucking guy. I think I was friends with this guy in high school. Drama drives clicks. I thought you'd be rolling in it right now. All that engagement and hate watch, Riv. Goes to show what I know, laughing my ass off. White guy on the net pretends to understand being a POC lady. Oh my fucking god, this dude. More on that story at 5 o'clock. Oh my god, dude. You're watching Channel 9 News. Oh my fucking god. A person of color woman? Why, what? Effing my ass off. Suddenly you feel like one of those accounts on Bitter who reply to someone's post to correct their grammar. You stared into the void, and the void stared back. He says, oh my god, I hate to say it, but I'm over Keaton already. Yeah. Yeah. Never mind. You almost tell him that you aren't a woman, but he doesn't have any right to know that. You're not getting into your gender clusterfuck with this idiot. To be fair, I'm not into the fuckboy vibe. And where's your mom, Keaton? I mean, obviously she was hanging out with Emhari. Oh my god. You cleaning your beans, my princess. What a lovely girl. That being called a woman feels wrong, but you don't feel like you can claim to be non-binary without someone calling out your incorrect performance of the label. God, being online has made you 10 times more neurotic than you are naturally. Wow. Just thought I'd do a quick react vid. It's the food of my people, after all. Gotta rep the motherland, you know? If I don't do it, who will? I don't know, like hundreds of other talentless white dudes. Laughing my ass off, I'm Italian. I thought the food of your people was food. Like, you blink at your screen. You wonder if this is what having a stroke feels like. You gotta do fast for that. Yeah, face, arms, speech, and time. You would think I would know this better, since I just renewed my CPR thing not that long ago. But she doesn't seem to be appearing, doesn't seem to, Anyway. So you thought you'd honor your forefathers by making a video about how gnocchi looked like a fat pussy? Damn, girl. Have you ever met an old Italian guy? Or just a normal Italian guy? Or am I the one popping the cherry tomato when it comes to my people in our mysterious ways? Oh my fucking god. This guy is such a douche. Because that'd make me way more honored to collab with you. Now it's a cultural exchange. Oh my god, fuck this guy. And not literally. Just thought I'd do a quick react vid. You're kidding, right? You make fun of me in a big bonk and now you want me to help you? Dude, I wasn't making fun of you. I do like the little twirling his hair around his fingers though. That's just how Big Bok works. It's the content ecosystem. You post something, then I react, and then we both get views. It's easy. Despite yourself, you feel a little embarrassed. You kind of overreacted if you think about it. This is just what the internet is like. A bunch of talentless hacks climbing up each other's assholes all day. And hadn't you used Keaton as an opportunity to do a clapback? You'd gone for pretty low-hanging fruit with that comment about the designer clothes. Isn't that what all influencers do? Just buy clothes? Still, like hell you're going to apologize to this guy if he doesn't apologize to you first. You might be a wreck, but you do have a tiny little bit of self-respect. Fine, whatever. So, you want to collab? I didn't say that. What would a collab even entail? I don't know, laughing my ass off. Oh my god, dude. I didn't think this far ahead. We can meet up though. Talk it over. What? You're from the old JC too, right? Do you know the White Cat? Working there part-time if you're feeling like dropping by. Wow, you're honestly surprised that a kid like this has a job, let alone a service job. You had him pegged as a trust fund baby. I mean, his mom does look rich. What the hell? It's not like you have anything else to do. And a part of you sort of wants to see this clown make an absolute fool of himself in person. Yeah, so they've got a lot of influencers in this town, because, like, they've got Inaya and Ashley and this Keaton dude. All reasonably successful, it seems, too. Fine, but you're buying. Don't you worry your head on this one. I'm good for it. You don't mean to agree, but you do. You suggest tomorrow afternoon to give yourself ample time to back out of it, but you don't. It's not like this is a date. You'd never fuck this kind of guy, and he definitely would never fuck you. What's there even to be nervous about? So much. This place is fancier than I'd expected. You know, you should tell someone, Alex, where you're going, just to make sure you don't end up dead in a set-up dumpster somewhere. But your survival drive turns out to be weaker than your drive to hide that you're getting coffee with Big Bok user ketamine. Ketamine, maybe? I guess ketamine, yeah. At his place of business. Ketamine. Hi, baby boy. Precious bear. Hey, little bear. I would move the kitten cam to get him too, but I don't want it to deactivate. The White Cat is a trendy little hole in the wall in the center of downtown, the sort of bougie place you tell yourself you don't like, but secretly do. If you had the money for it, you'd live in a place like this. Not in a cafe, but somewhere with exposed brick and pale wood and huge floor-to-ceiling windows. Excuse me. Somewhere brand new where all the appliances work and nothing shorts out when you turn on the toaster and ceiling fan at the same time. Oh my god. Our old apartment was like that. You couldn't have, like, 3 kitchen appliances running at the same time or else it would, you'd have to, like, leave the house and go downstairs and walk around the house and go into the basement and then walk all the way back under the house again to flip the thing. Hey, Jane. Jane Smith says, I heard there were fuckboys with snake bites. Yes, you heard correctly. There he is now. You find Keaton at once, set up in the back, hogging a whole 6-person table to himself. E-phone and tablet set up on those dorky little stands you've seen businessmen use, like they're too important to hold their e-pad themselves. He even has a fucking pear pen. And Jane says, 2 fancy coffee shops are super charming. Oh, to have money. He's wearing pre-distressed jeans and a hoodie, some brand name you don't recognize. He's maybe got some eyeliner on, but that could just be how his eyes look. He's even cuter in person than he is on BikBok, and it's fucking annoying. He is cute. You decide to be extra mean just for that. Oh, no, he's into that. Thanks for bringing me to Gentrifiers R Us. He looks up with his tablet and grins crookedly. Ms. Noms, so good of you to come. He says he is really a lot. You roll your eyes. It's Inaya. The channel name sucks, I know it. I don't know, I think it's funny. Good for you. You sit down across from him, then twist around to squint at the handwritten menu boards behind the counter. Trendy, but illegible. Jane says, oh damn, that sure is Fruity Soft Boy. Yeah. Yeah, the character design in this game is fantastic. Everybody's just ridiculously good looking. What's good here? I assume you have milk substitutes? Pretty sure there'd be a riot if they didn't. Mia says, Inaya is absolutely thinking with their hormones. I respect the struggle. Jane says, oh wow, the top knot. Fair and valid. Even those, like, right-wing coffee places where they give you a free gun with your latte probably have soy milk. Wait, didn't you say you worked here? Yeah. He indicates his tablet and e-phone with enough amusement in his eyes that you can tell he'd been deliberately leading you to believe otherwise.
Mr. Bear.
Aren't they sweet?
Yeah. Oh,
I work here a lot. One of the only places in town that doesn't mind if I record. Even cleared out the whole place for me once. How nice for you. You feel stupid. Of course, a kid with a Vivian Westwood ring doesn't work in a fucking coffee shop. He doesn't have the follower count for this sort of shit, though. You'd put money on rich parents. Maybe a house in the suburbs that he can go back to if he's ever short on cash. Yeah, it'd be crazy if a modern cafe didn't have soy milk. Yeah, every coffee house has to have some sort of milk substitute. Like, that's just reasonable. Technically, you have one of those too. The house in the burbs, not the rich parents. They bought the place back when the neighborhood was still rough, i.e. full of brown people, and therefore affordable. It's not like that anymore, but they've stubbornly clung onto the property as the neighborhood's median income rose and the faces on the street got whiter and whiter. You've always figured that's what they wanted. They've done so much to try to assimilate into normal American culture that being surrounded by normal Americans, read wasps, is probably all they wanted. Recently, you've started to wonder about this chicken and egg scenario, because assimilation isn't something you have to do consciously. You do it defensively, the way you duck if someone throws something at your face. You stand up. I'm gonna get a cappuccino. Grab me one too? You hesitate. You'd told him that you were only coming if he was buying, but he probably doesn't even remember that. It was a joke, anyway. He'd probably say that letting you treat is probably feminist or whatever.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I was trying to entertain Little Bear.
Aw, he's a good boy. Loaf check. That's a nice 8 out of 10 loaf. Very nice. Well, and now she is unloafed. You did miss her loafing on my shoulders, having jumped from that chair. Because she does not seem to comprehend that my neck is not invincible. So she'll just jump onto me from out of nowhere. You order 2 cappuccinos, asking for oat milk out of spite, then realizing that the one you spited was your own dumb self when oat milk turns out to cost extra. You bring the drinks back over. God. I know, like, homemade oat milk, you cannot heat up.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. Back when we made our own oat milk, and I tried to make hot chocolate with it, and it was the most disgusting. It was inedible and undrinkable. It was a solid, basically, and not an appetizing one. It was horrible.
It was like when you add water to cornstarch in consistency.
Yeah, it was a soft solid, basically. Cats just want to use humans like a mech, and that's valid. Oh god, you would absolutely pilot me like a mech. But yeah, is oat milk cappuccino, can you froth professional oat milk? Does that not have the same congealing problem? Because I cannot, I've foamed soy milk, definitely. I think I've foamed almond milk, too. It's been so long since I was a barista. Oh my god. 7 or 8 years now? Gideon is following her namesake's example and has decided that she must defeat you to escape kitty jail. Jane says, soy's generally pretty stable for higher temperatures as long as you don't cook for longer than 10 minutes or so. Yeah, which, foaming it would definitely be way less than 10 minutes. Unless you're doing something horribly wrong. Anyway, you bring the drinks back over. Keaton looks up from his phone and takes a sip. Nice. Oat milk. My fave. Of course it is. I'm not Arab. Wait, really? Yeah, I'm Pakistani. Isn't that Arab? I'm Italian. That's still white. Nope. We've had this conversation so many times. Did I miss a line or something? I feel like I missed something, but that led to this conversation. I definitely put my money on almond being the safer pick. Yeah. Almond milk is pretty good. Anyway, you've had this conversation so many times. Maybe you're thinking of Palestinian? Or Persian, that's another P word. Jane says, oof, my guy. That's not Arab either. What? You're smiling now, you can't help it. This is like a buddy cop movie farce at this point. Persian is Iranian. You're gonna say I thought Iranian was Arab. No. Even when you're feeling at your lowest, you can always take honest enjoyment in knowing shit a white boy doesn't. So, what is Pakistani then? It's Pakistani. Damn. Really makes you think. It's okay. It's a common mistake. Still though, whatever. Mia says, we've finally found a dude more cringy than the original protagonist. Oh yeah. Malik sure had his moments, but I think I think you're right. I think Keaton has stolen the crown for the cringiest dude. Keaton looks a little embarrassed, but he shakes it off fast. Yeah, he seems like he would. His hair keeps flopping into his face, and he brushes it back like a nervous tick. Sometimes he does it even when there's no hair there. You're wearing makeup, and you've actually attempted to do something with your hair. It fucking annoys you that you care what this guy thinks of what you look like, but at least for today, you've acknowledged that you are shallow and controlled by the patriarchy. It was either that or spend the whole day wishing you'd made an effort. And you're glad that you did, because it turns out Keaton wants to film immediately. Like, right now. Wait, in the cafe? Isn't it too loud? Come on, it'll be fine. I film here all the time. Noise doesn't carry too bad. The stupid e-phone stand suddenly makes more sense, though you're still going to judge him for it. He fiddles with some settings, gesturing you to sit next to him. The cafe is mostly empty, but it still feels weirdly exposed, like you've started singing on a train platform. You don't even like talking on the phone in public. He's a white boy with a bad Queen's accent who calls himself Italian, so... yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about the bad Queen's accent. Oh well. This isn't gonna be live, is it? Fuck no, I don't do lives. Freaks me the fuck out. They're fine, usually, if you don't look at any of the comments. What sort of fucked up shit do people say about cooking videos? Your chicken's undercooked. Have fun dying of salmonella, you fucking idiot. You'd be surprised. You're not getting into what people say to you, most of it exclusively being about the way you look. Wait. Do you have a script? A direction? We wing it. Fine. If there's one thing you can do, it's bullshit. Keaton is poised to press the record button when the cafe door opens. A flock of women in workout clothes comes in, half of them pushing strollers. You've seen them around the neighborhood before. When it gets cold, they walk in the mall. You've been clipped by one of their strollers before, and the lady looked at you like you'd punched her child. What the fuck is this? Karen's... shit. The noise level in the cafe rises by 300%. The women start ordering drinks. One of them is yelling about coconut milk. A small child in a princess dress is strapped into a stroller, screaming her head off. You have no idea which one of these people is her mother. Okay, well, this just became untenable. Do you want to wait until they get out of here? Nah, it's fine. They're usually here for like an hour. I've seen them come in before. They just usually do it in the morning. He drums his fingers on the table, looking honestly annoyed since the first time he'd come in here. Fuck it, whatever. Let's just go to my place. Wait, what? Keaton starts packing away his shit, his tablet, his phone, and his dweeby little stands. His hair flops in his face and he does another emo boy hair flip to get it out. It's a couple blocks away. If you don't want to walk, we can get an Uber. I can walk fine, smartass. Just why your place? Keaton zips up his messenger bag. Okay, fuck. We'll go to your place, happy? You hesitate. You like that even less. Your place is currently a fucking wreck. You got in your head the other day to clean out your closet and only got halfway before losing interest. Your clothes are heaped all over the apartment. He's not hitting on you, is he? No, there's no way. That's not possible. It's like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. You're just getting together to do work. Stop being insane about this, Inaya. Like he can read your mind, he gives you another one of those practice crooked smiles. Hey, come on. When I'm hitting on you, you'll know. You give another exaggerated little shiver of disgust. He laughs and picks up your empty cups. Hurry it up. Looks like it might rain. And it does, 2 steps out of the cafe. You consider calling a car, but you'll be drenched by the time it gets here anyway. The two of you opt to run the 2 blocks to Keaton's apartment, you in your flip-flops, him with his messenger bag bundled under his shirt so his phone and tablet don't get destroyed. It only really starts to pour when you're several feet from his building, but you still come into the lobby in a wash of water, skidding so bad that you almost barrel into a white-haired woman with a beagle on a leash. She gives the two of you such a look of shocked disgust you can't help it. You laugh in her face. You instantly feel bad about it, but Keaton starts laughing too, and here you are, laughing at the idea of almost knocking an old lady to the floor. Keaton watches her press her lips together and sidle past you, heading for the front doors. Inaya has a terminal case of "there's no possible way they're into me" syndrome. Relatable. Mrs. Overton, it's raining. She ignores him, walking out into the downpour. Your dog's gonna drown. Maybe she's a ghost. If she is, she's been haunting the place since I got here. I've never seen her anywhere but the lobby. I don't even know what floor she's on, so maybe. Hey, Gideon. What's up, sweetheart? Something for your next video. Keaton beams. Come on, I'm on the 3rd floor. What's up, baby girl? You gonna fuck off now? Yeah, of course you are. As soon as I take out the earbud, she's like, oh. Oh, you're not gonna let me chew on that? Screw you, buzzer. Sorry. Let's, get Kitten Cam up. Yes, she is licking her butt. Perfect. Yeah, talk about quality content. There you go. Good girl. He looks like a bedraggled kitten. Hair completely washed out of its style, shirt stretched out from having his backpack up inside it. You aren't sure his chucks are long for this world. You yourself are dripping water from the cuffs of your sleeves. Little bear, please don't claw that, sir. I don't know if I can stay. I definitely am not going on camera looking like a drowned rabbit. Keaton doesn't even look back on his way to the stairs. There doesn't appear to be an elevator. Hey, Rain! So edge. He is very edgy. It is his whole jam. You can borrow something of mine, not a big deal. Oh my god, I kind of do want to see that. You almost stop and turn around. Going to his place is one thing. Wearing his clothes is another. But now he's standing at the door to the stairwell, waiting to see if you'll cut and run. Gender swapped Chloe, but evil. Oh my god. Little bit. Little bit. Are we sure if this guy bathes? I mean, he just walked through the rain, so he used deodorant, so it's basically like bathing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh, nice. Rain says, I finished up the next Arcadia is Burning chapter, so I'm rewarding myself with some hanging out and stream. Sweet. Good for you. There's a challenge in his eyes. You're just not exactly sure what he's challenging you to do. Oh my god. Of course this is what his apartment looks like. His apartment is nice. Not as bad as you were expecting. No rotten food lying around or clothes scattered around the floor. There's a distinct smell of wheat, but that's pretty standard. He has rich kid vibes, but it's just a one-bedroom studio with a narrow kitchen and a view of the parking lot. He doesn't even have a kitchen table. That's big. Oh my god. Getting rained out is not a shower. You need to use soap/body wash. Baby girl. Sweetheart, please. Please do not knock over the coat rack, baby. That's big body wash propaganda. Water is water. Still, his array of electronics makes up for it. He's got like 6 gaming consoles. Baby girl. Baby girl. Stop that. One moment. 2 PS5s for some reason? Baby girl, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do Behave yourself, baby girl. God, I feel for people who date men. I mean, they can't all be like that, right? My dad's pretty clean. Gideon, I choose violence. Yep. Bed with no frame club. Oh, I did that for so many years. I bet he has amazing opinions about crypto. Oh, God. Oh, my God. You couldn't even get one. And one of those new DVD player type things that's fancier than a Blu-ray. You can't even remember what they're called. You haven't watched a movie on anything but your laptop in a long time. No comment on the anime posters. Keaton kicks his shoes off, one of them hitting the wall with a squelch. From the several scuff marks halfway up to the ceiling, this is a routine. Sit anywhere. Hi, Gideon. Oh, she is staring at me so intently. Hi, baby girl. Yeah, slow blinks. The only place to sit appears to be a couch covered in crumbs, so you sit on the floor. You almost want to get out your phone and start taking pictures to post on subreddit male living spaces. Baby girl, baby girl, baby girl, stop that. Stop that, sweetie. Stop attacking your papa's beagle. Behave. Behave, princess. I feel for them because this is not as bad as it could be, but not good. Just acceptable enough for Bang, because you already lowered your low standards. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see if we can get a little bear now that Gideon has fucked off. Little bear. Hey, sweetheart. Okay. The coffee table has a weird sticky stain on it. You hope it's soda. Keaton comes back dressed in another pair of sweatpants and an even looser tank top. He hands you a shirt with an anime girl with her tits covered by a Boupreme logo. You raise an eyebrow. What? Accept or refuse? I mean, fuck it. What are you up to, Gideon? Oh my god, okay, so the chat is comparing, I guess, dude depression pits and female depression pits. And, yeah, I gotta say, I feel way more comfortable with a girl that doesn't shower if she has more than one set of plates. Gideon, stop. He says, to be fair, damn boy, you really live like this? Makes you think you might get murdered. Whereas, damn girl, you really live like this? Makes you think you might get murdered, but in a sexy way. Or maybe that's just me. Baby girl, do not chew on wires. Rain says, I knew guys in uni that just ate out of a saucepan, didn't have plates. Wow. Princess, you're being so rude. Keaton grins. He points back down the hall. Bathroom's that way. You change in the hall. You don't want to see his bathroom until you absolutely must. You already have enough trouble with nightmares. Mia saying the real thing out loud, and I respect that, says Jane. And Rain says, Mia, just murder me, but sexy-like. I mean, from what I know of Mia, that does sound accurate. Hey, loafy boy. Everybody's admiring what a wonderful little loaf you are. Your overalls are itchy and unpleasant. You hang them up by a coat rack. Thankfully, you're wearing a pair of briefs that can pass for shorts. Jane says, doing my part to help my girl close the serial killer gender gap. fucking god. You come back out into the living room where Keaton has attempted to clean up the sticky whatever it is from the coffee table, without success. The paper towel just gets stuck to it. You have to get it wet. That's what she said. Huh? You glare. The paper towel, genius. Can't just scrub it dry. Oh, right. He gets up and goes into the kitchen. You hear the sink running and roll your eyes. How long have you lived here? Huh? Keaton comes back with a dripping paper towel. Now it's too wet. If you didn't know better, you'd think he was doing this to fuck with you. Like he'd brought you to the set of one of those prank TV shows, and afterward he's going to bring you to his real apartment. I asked how long you've been in this apartment. Oh, 6 months? Maybe a year? You stare at him. You're trying not to be a huge girl about this, but come on! And you don't even have a kitchen table? Keaton shrugs. They're expensive. Oh, Mia's enjoying Inaya in that shirt. Only nice ones are expensive. You could buy a crappy one with the same amount of money you used to buy this shirt. Christ, dude. You sound like my mom. Oh my god. Oh. Dare them to do a stream wearing that. Mia says, where's the Kickstarter campaign to get this shirt for Ghost before next episode? You say that like I don't have tons of cringy anime shirts somewhere. Not that cringy. I didn't really do the, like, naked anime girls shirts. But, like, I definitely have anime shirts. Somewhere. Rich emo dude and still 0 bitches. That's just impressive, honestly. You sound like my mom. Ways to end a date. Wow. He finishes scrubbing up the unknown sticky stain. Want a beer? It's 4 p.m. So, 5 o'clock somewhere. He has a point. You shrug. Sure. Keaton vanishes and comes back with 2 bottles. So, expensive tasting clothes and beer, but no kitchen table. You still don't think you're gonna discount the rich kid possibilities. Ghost cringy anime shirts, fashion stream when. I mean, I think most of them are probably too small for me now. I know my Akira shirt is definitely big enough, though. My old Evangelion shirts, I think they were too small when I was 15. This apartment has never been dusted. It definitely has not. I could... Oh my god. What I really could do is a stream of all my old anime posters, because those I know where they are. And there are dozens of them. If this was in Canada, it would already be dark out. And Mia, of course, says, to be fair, being like Keaton's mom is the most flattering compliment I can think of. You're a little nervous about this collaboration, but 2 beers in, you're confident you can wing it. You're good at improvisation. It's the thing in your current job that you're actually suited for. You don't have a camera face, but you can bullshit like nobody's business. Evangelion shirts? I respect that. I have a lot of Evangelion stuff. Mostly, like, I did like Evangelion. But, like, mostly because that was what was very available. Like, that was the anime you could get merch for. Back when I was, like, 15, 16. Oh god, younger than that, actually. Like, 13, 14? Maybe 15? But yeah, most of my anime stuff I think I bought when I was, like, 13 or 14. Because I had a babysitting job and got money. How old is this guy? I think it said he's 24? Getting the robot ghost. Okay, no, if I'm gonna pilot a mech, it's gotta be not one of the ones from Evangelion, but from Escaflowne. That good steampunk shit, that is what I want. That is the mech I would pilot. Although you do have to bleed on it. But, Keaton greets his viewers and then introduces you as the gnocchi chick, which you don't love, but whatever. He pronounces gnocchi with a weird back-of-the-throat consonant sound that you couldn't do with a gun to your head. You keep having to remind yourself that this isn't live and he can cut shit out. Oh, interesting. Jane says, I liked Evangelion for the fanfics, but never saw any merch of it, really. Yeah, like... There was, like, a shop not that far from me that in, like, the early aughts sold all kinds of Japanese stuff, but, like, had a big anime section. Escaflowne mechs were the best. Yes. Jane, I don't know if you have to tag for spoilers for an anime show from the 90s, although I did manage to not spoil Utena for Rain, so, or tried not to anyway. I did my best. Keaton's good at this. He manages to make it sound like the two of you have been friends for a long time and planned that video together without ever coming out and saying it. Not a lie, just an implication, which you're more comfortable with, if only because when you lie, people can counter you with the truth. Implication doesn't have any recourse. If someone takes the wrong idea, it's their fault. Definitely a two-beer thought. By the time you're finished, you're feeling a lot more warmly to Keaton. He turns on the charm for the camera, which means you catch some of the offshoot, like you're walking on the side of the road and he sprays gravel up at you from the tires of his car. But sexy-like. It only occurs to you afterward that you'd be wearing his shirt through the whole video, and your hair looks wet. You look like you've spent the night here. If his viewers are anything like yours, everyone is going to be assuming you're fucking him. It's a classic. Spoilers always matter with classics. Rain says, I don't think spoilers for Utena would make any sense out of context. Fair. Fair. Well, what the fuck ever. You figure you're just going to call an Uber now and get out of here, but it's still raining, which sucks. And Keaton suggests that he's better at Smash than you are, which sucks even more because it's absolutely not true. You have to disabuse him of this idiot opinion, so you stay to play little video games. That's what you'd be doing at your house anyway. How did I know you'd be the Zelda type? I don't know. Must be my undeniable femininity. Don't know. You just have a Zelda vibe. What, lesbian? Spoilers for Utena sound like fake spoilers made up to make fun of anime. Oh, God. You're right, and you should say it. God, I fucking love Utena. What? Come on, Zelda isn't a lesbian. She's way too busy jumping Link's bones. Pretty sure she is. Keaton teeters between Pikachu and Star Fox before doubting himself and going to Solid Snake at the end. See? Solid Snake. Definitely a lesbian. Solid Snake is like the definition of a man's man. I can't imagine more of a man that lives to sexually please other men. You beat him twice and he beats you once, and by the last round, neither of you are really paying attention. You're arguing about the Matrix of all fucking things. More specifically, the sequels, and whether or not they're good. Zelda lesbian trans guy truther. Eventually, it's late enough that you're starving, and rather than take on the vagaries of Keaton's fridge, you offer to buy takeout. You get lo mein and dumplings and egg drop soup. Her opinions are so good. Keaton eats the noodles with a fork, which you mock him for. Of course. Oh my god. Neom Genesis, even Kelly. Oh my fucking god, this dude. Oh god. Well, really, nobody asks for consent before going in for a kiss in these, huh? Rain says, look, Otakon and Snake are married and have 3 kids. I don't make the rules. When he leans in and kisses you, you aren't even surprised. You should be. This kind of boy just is not interested in your sort of person. What are you doing? You bought me dinner, so now I'm kissing you. Keeps us even. Quid pro quo. Oh my god, this fucking douchebag. You laugh. I bought you coffee, too. Aren't you rich? And more kissing. I mean, she seems fine with it. He kisses you again. Have you seen my apartment? That doesn't mean shit. You could just be nasty. Well, I'm definitely nasty. Snake and Ocelot had a drunk hookup, and it was awkward, but they did it again, and it was less awkward. Ha ha, please tell me you've changed your sheets recently. Define recently. Or better yet, don't. What you don't know can't hurt you. Oh, it absolutely can, though. That's not how germs work. The douchebag thing really works for him. Yeah. Oh my god. My sheets won't give you any more germs than my mouth will. He's got you there. Fine, but if I get some sort of fungus, he snorts against your neck, you can bill me. Oh my fucking god, this dude. Don't sleep with this dude. Why? Why did you sleep with this dude? He's so gross. And not even, like, hygiene gross, although he is that too, but, like, just... He gives me, like, psychological pain. You wake up about an hour before dawn with a distant headache. Serves you right for day drinking on an empty stomach. You lie in bed and take account of yourself. Your toes, all the way up to the top of your head. You feel surprisingly fine. A little blurry and sort of unsure if that was the best thing for you to do, but, well, you did it. He really is Guy Chloe, but worse. Damn. Why did she sleep with this dude? Yeah, I don't fucking know. Girl, do you even have standards? Well, he was there and sleepable with, I guess. I don't know. Was he sleepable with? Like, he's pretty, but god, he's such a douche. He does have pierced nipples, though. Next to you, Keaton mumbles something about picking blackberries. You hope it isn't raining in his dream. It's definitely still raining outside. You wonder what happened to that lady and her tiny dog. The ghost lady. Jane says, I feel disappointed in myself that I want to defend her. Not for the first time, you sit here and tell yourself that adults sometimes hook up. It's a normal thing that they do, and there's no reason to act like a panicky rabbit and hop out of here as fast as humanly possible. You used to think that eventually you'd meet someone who made you feel totally at ease, who you liked and desired without reservation, and fucking that person would be easy. You could do it without any sort of mind-altering substance, and you wouldn't feel weird about it all. But you think that might just be something you have to cultivate on your own. Gonna catch something from him? Yeah, it's entirely possible. I mean, hopefully they use protection. We all have our weaknesses, and for some it is the fuckboy. Jade asks, you mean feelings, Rain? God. I mean, she could catch feelings from him. I doubt it, though. Your ability to make choices and then sit with them in the aftermath. This probably won't happen again. At least, not with Keaton. You might even ask him to kill the collab video. But meh, whatever. You lie back down and close your eyes. You take a deep breath. Zen as hell. Oh god, another for the cringe compilation. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love his little, like, anime sleeping face. Just like... Oof. God. Oh. Okay, so was that the good ending, or... Let's find out. Yeah, apparently so. Alright, Catherine, also 24, but looks a lot more put together than Keaton did. So let's see how this goes. Oof. People speculating about him having... oh, hang on. Content warnings. Body image. Okay, that's not too many. Hey, nipple piercings doesn't necessarily mean that he would... Anyway. Anyway, on to Catherine. Do we want to see the bad ending? No. I mean, I feel like good ending and bad ending is relative in this game. It's more like the ending that allows you to progress. You know, right, sweetheart. Yeah. He's such a good little bear. He's such a good little bear. Sweet boy. You know how the saying goes, New Year, New You, or something. Is that even how the saying goes? Oh, who cares? I think another for the cringe collection is the best you can expect from our dear Keaton. Anything's a step up from here. Someone who showers once a week is a step up. Yes. Oh, who cares? It's not the new year. It's October. But you're feeling like a whole new person, so what's to stop you? Halloween is the new year. You've just decided it right now. Oh, okay. It was unrelated to... the comment on his nipple piercings was unrelated to the speculation about whether he would be the kind of guy to pretend to wear a condom and then not. Ugh. You just weren't prepared for Keaton nipple piercing. Fair? Although he did have a lot of other piercings. I guess it's not completely out of nowhere. You woke up in a very positive mood and you're not sure why. You haven't really done anything that different lately. You did drink a green smoothie. Maybe that has something to do with it. Spinach. Fuck it, maybe it's just all the sex you've been having recently. And by all the sex, you mean two. 2 whole sex. Which is a lot for you. Maybe you should ride your good mood out as long as you can and deep clean the apartment? Clean or let's not tempt fate? I'm gonna be inspired by Keaton's filthy apartment and let them clean their apartment. Life is Strange coded. Everything is Life is Strange coded to a Life is Strange fan. You decide to deep clean the place, meaning you vacuum and dust the windowsills and clean the toilet. The only part of your apartment that you consistently keep clean is the kitchen, and that's because it's the part that's visible in your lives. If you ever turned the camera around to your living room, you'd probably instantly lose like 500 followers. Oh, that's why we don't have a lot of followers, because we show parts of our kitchen, and it's all full of boxes for the kittens. It's all filthy looking. Is that what it is, you think? Can't be our sparkling personalities. Right? Work has been better recently in that you've managed to finish a few streams without incident. Last week you made homemade ice cream, and a couple days ago it was mushroom risotto. God, I'm getting hungry now. Gotta say. Risotto is easier than most people think it is, and just requires a bunch of stirring. For some reason, bitches hate stirring. It stresses them out. Your subscriptions did end up with a boost from your collab with Keaton, as much as you hate to admit it. You released the video the two of you made after you calmed down and realized you were being ridiculous. She says, "Oh, your birthday's in October? That's so Life is Strange of you." He might be kind of a jack-off, but you don't think he's going to publicly talk about hooking up with you, especially since so much of his brand is being a cool, woke boy online. You just had close to a panic attack about it because you're you, and you've decided the world is out to get you. So you chilled, and it turned out fine. What a shock. You're standing in your bedroom looking over potential outfits for your next video. Hint, it's going to be the same outfit they've been wearing this whole time. When you realize you've basically got no winter clothes. You're not sure how this happened. You remember having about 1 million sweaters, but over the past couple years they've gotten shrunk in the wash, or worn thin in the elbows, or gotten holes in the armpits. That tends to happen to your tops. Maybe your stank is so intense it melts the cloth. What really needs to happen at this point is a trip to the mall. Or a thrift store. Thrift stores are excellent. That's where I got this wonderful flannel. Thrift store. It's good shit. Ah, the mall. A place you spent so much time in when you were a teenager, and absolutely none since you've been able to get into bars. Except she doesn't really go clubbing either. The mall is a surreal space at best, although I guess there's a difference between a club and a bar. Mostly populated by teenagers with no money who just want somewhere to hang out where they won't get hassled for loitering, and old people who don't want to do their daily walks out in the cold. You wander in and out of stores trying stuff on and generally trying to avoid your reflection in the mirror as often as you can. Excuse me. You tell yourself that fitting room lighting is never flattering, but just nothing looks good. Should we not think about it or meditate on our flaws? I mean, meditating on our flaws just seems like an invitation to disaster. Thrifted flannels are good culture. Thank you, I agree. Little bear. Sweetheart. Leave your pop alone. So if you hear a scratching sound, that is Little Bear. Ooh. Rain's gonna go have some dinner. Enjoy your dinner. Alright, well then let's... I mean, I am curious what her flaws... What she perceives as her flaws. Hi, princess. Are you gonna be naughty again, or are you gonna be sweet? You gonna be my sweet girl? Meditate on our flaws, aka depression. Yeah. I mean, meditating on our flaws does seem on brand for Inaya. Fuck it, I'm curious. It's either too loose in one place or too tight in another. Everything is too short, your shoulders are too broad, and every color seems to be made specifically to clash with your skin tone. You appear to have gained weight in some places and lost it in others. Is that possible? When you do find a couple of things that look passable, they're way too expensive. You might be doing okay as starving influencers go, but you really don't want to drop $60 on a shirt. That's what I'm saying, thrift stores. You drop $6 on a shirt. Why can't you be one of those tiny girls who look good in anything? So you don't buy any clothes, you just end up standing in a Nordstrom rack, feeling bad about yourself, and feeling bad about yourself, because there isn't anything to feel bad about. There's nothing wrong with you. You're healthy, you're happy, citation needed, your career is going passably well, and you convinced 2 whole people to sleep with you in the past few months. You're really fine. There's no reason to feel like shit about what you look like. There really isn't. She's lovely. You turn a corner and bump into a woman. Like, literally, walk right into her. You bounce off each other like this is fucking Booney Tunes. What the fuck? You both barely manage to stay on your feet. I'm so sorry. Wait, Inaya? Huh? For a moment, you're bewildered. It occurs to you that this chick might be a fan, and then it occurs to you that she looks way too cool to be on Instagram. Well, on cooking Instagram. Inaya, if you don't recognize me, I will scream in this Sears. It's a Bordstrom rack. Literally the same thing. There's no lamps in Bordstrom rack. Sure there are. She points off to the home section. Sure enough, lamps. Oh. It comes to you. Catherine! There we go. Holy shit! You wonder if this is the sort of situation where it's appropriate to go in for a hug, but Catherine makes the decision for you. She's good at hugs. You remember this about her. She does look like a good hugger. Interesting styling on her fingernails there. Interesting. Mia says, I will scream in this Sears is such an iconic thing to say. You barely recall any of your college experience, not for any intense partying reasons. You'd more compare it to the sensation of getting on the bus and sliding so deeply down into your thoughts that you arrive at your stop without noticing any of the turns the driver took to get there. That kind of thing. You just barreled through your 4-year degree on autopilot, and then you were out of there. I love you so much, Gideon. It's a shame you can't see her on camera right now, because she's sitting next to me and not chewing on any wires at the moment, and being very lovely. She's a good girl. Catherine is one of the things you remember. Not her specifically, but the bar you went to on Friday evenings that you can no longer remember the name of. The couple friends you had would invite their friends, which made it feel like you had a social circle, even if hardly anyone was there to see you or cared who you were. Catherine was one of the people who stuck in your mind. You can't remember why, just that she was the sort of person you wanted to pay attention to when she talked. It's been 84 years! What are you up to these days? Oop, gay-coded. Oh, you know, too much to explain just standing in Sears. You wince. That makes it sound like you think your life is incredibly fascinating, which you don't. You just never know where to start. People either think you sound crazy or they think you're some cool big shot. Neither of those things are true. Except on occasion the crazy part. You busy? I'm just about done. Oh, do you work here? Catherine gives you a look. Oh, that look should be with a capital L. She's carrying a bunch of garment bags and a pink Valeria's Secret tote. Sorry, you obviously don't work here. I'm a little out of it. A little late to be half asleep. Yeah. What time is it, anyway? You have no idea, and you resist the impulse to check your phone. You already feel sloppy enough right now, in yoga pants and a hoodie with some sort of yellow stain that might be turmeric. Hey, little bear. Listen, you didn't notice that stain until you were on the bus. If you had, you'd definitely have changed your shirt. Let me just pay for this shit, then we can get something to eat. I'm not... Stay right there. Do not move. Hungry. You're totally hungry. Let her feed you. Schmancy. Despite your insistence that you actually need to go home and get some work done, well, not insistence, more like vaguely dropped hints that are probably too subtle to pick up, you end up in a cafe in the food court, sitting under a bright umbrella. That is one hell of a food court, damn. The place is crowded, and you're shoved into a little alcove next to a fake maple tree. So, is this supposed to be a whole forest vibe, or whatever? There are an astounding number of fake trees in here. Feeling sloppy comes with the territory for the day after a Keaton hookup, to be fair. Legit. Yeah, I think we're supposed to imagine we're in a courtyard somewhere, but with less threat of a leaf fending up in your drink. This is such an upgrade from Keaton, oh my god. Really, seriously. I think a plastic leaf is at least as bad as a real leaf. At least a real leaf is all natural. Hey, sweetheart. Do you want to sit on Puzzer's lap? Or am I just you're just passing through it? Okay. She stirs her straw around her smoothie. It's a very electric shade of pink. You're not sure what kind of fruit makes a smoothie look like that. You're just having a black coffee. Your sudden flare-up of anxiety half an hour ago left you feeling queasy. I mean, sweetie, coffee is not going to help you with your anxiety. I say as a person with anxiety who, like, on a good day can just about handle a cup of decaf. Hey, princess. What a good girl. So what is this incredible life blah, blah, blah. So what is this incredible life development that's too complicated for you to tell me in a department store? It's actually not that complicated. Just like you'd been dreading, you hyping up your job has got her expecting you work for the CIA or a Bevron lawyer or something terrible like that. I'm an Instaglam chef, which is a chef who puts videos of them cooking on Instagram, like live streams. Oh, yeah, I watch those sometimes. Yeah. Doesn't seem that complicated. Hi, sweetheart. Don't be obscene on camera, okay, sweetie? Aw, talk yourself up or talk yourself down? Oof. Let's try to borrow a cup of self-esteem and talk herself up. Well, it's got a bunch of different elements to it, like there's the actual cooking, which I have a degree for. Oh yeah, I remember that. You made some good food. You were taking, what was it? Food science. Right, exactly. Is that what you do on your channel? Sometimes. Just little things like talking about how different flavors work together. I mean, she should totally incorporate more like food science stuff in her channel. Like, sounds awesome. I would watch that. Blooming spices, how baking soda works, stuff like that. Damn, okay. More complicated than I thought. Mostly those don't get many views, though. People don't come to Food Instagram to think. What about you? What about me what? What are you doing? I'm the fashion editor for BQ magazine. Having to explain live streaming to an acquaintance. I mean, she seems to know what it generally is. You laugh. Okay, touché. Catherine's eyebrows go up. I'm being serious with that one. Health food stuff will always be popular. You little bear. Sorry, I heard him make a noise behind me and I had to make sure he wasn't eating something. Gideon is being so thorough with the cleaning in the background. Good girl. Yeah, she's a good girl. Like, I apologize if she's, cleaning her butt on stream, but also I'm very glad that she's cleaning her butt, because she used to be too chunky to do it, and it was not great for anybody. You feel your face getting hotter than the coffee. Oh, I thought we were doing a bit. I don't do bits. I have a job. Oh, Catherine's brows haven't gone down. You think somebody like me doesn't look like they'd be the editor at BQ? Catherine smiles. Well, you're right. I'm the first black person to ever have the position. Oh, cool. But I was more thinking that I wasn't sure what you were doing at the mall if you're, a fashion designer. I'm not a designer. I'm a magazine editor. Big difference, as in they are literally different jobs. Also, how much do you think being a magazine editor pays? You're terrible at estimation. Probably more than putting cooking videos on Instagram. Fair. But it's definitely not enough to buy my clothes in some fancy-ass boutique. Besides, where am I about to find something like that in the city? You have to concede her point. This place is kind of a shithole. Working for my magazine is mostly pretending that you have way more money than you actually do, in order to make the rich people feel more at home. What do you mean, at home? Catherine's phone buzzes. She picks it up and idly flicks in her passcode. It means rich people, especially woke rich people, get uncomfortable when they interact with anyone who makes it obvious that they have less money than they do. She loves to watch her squirm. And rich people hate being uncomfortable. Catherine has really incredible acrylic nails. For some reason, you've always associated having acrylic nails with being a grown-up. Maybe because all the nurses and teachers and office administrators you interacted with when you were a kid had them. You tried them once and had to get rid of them after a couple of days. It felt like you had something alive attached to your hands, or like your bones had grown to protrude through your skin. You hated it. But they look good on Catherine. Very professional. Give me a sec. She holds her phone up to her ear. Man, it's been so long since you've seen someone talk on their cell phone like it's a phone. You sip your coffee and half listen to Catherine have a conversation that consists of humming and making little disbelieving noises out of her nose. She meets your gaze and rolls her eyes. It makes you feel like you're in on something together. Yeah, oh, tell him to kiss my ass. Yes, those exact words. No, I'm not serious. Don't get yourself fired. I'll figure something out. Don't ask how. Just do your job. Bye. She hangs up and drops her phone onto the tabletop. She massages her temples. Baby, I know you're frantic, but you've got half an hour until dinner time, okay, baby? Half an hour. Half of 1 hour. 30 minutes. The look little bear is giving me. She hangs up and drops her phone onto the tabletop. She massages her temples. Everything okay? Yeah, pretty standard. The model called in sick, says she's got Nile virus. Don't you have to be on the Nile to get that? I actually don't know. But I don't need someone puking in the studio, so that's fine. I just gotta scare up a replacement in 30 minutes. You laugh, and you get more of her raised eyebrows. Is my misfortune funny to you? Huh? No, I was just thinking that if this was a movie, this would be the part where you tell me that the clothes for the photo shoot happen to be my size, and you need me to come with you to the studio immediately. Catherine tips her head to the side. What kind of movies you been watching? Bad ones, probably. Oh my god, little bear, what the fuck? He just ran across the room and slammed himself bodily against the office door. Sweetie, Papa is still working. Papa is busy. Papa can't just cater to your every little whim. My sweet. Speaking of which, I should probably turn off Kitten Cam, now that they are no longer on Kitten Cam. There we go. She keeps looking at you. I'm sure that we got some clothes in your size. The bottom drops out of your stomach. I was just kidding. Mia says, oh my god, yes! Inaya, fill in! Catherine, I was kidding! You keep waiting for her to join in on the joke, but she keeps looking at you like she's imagining what you'd look like with your clothes off, or, well, with different clothes on, you guess. You feel like making some money? Catherine! You do feel like making money, and you also keep expecting Catherine to laugh and call you a sucker for thinking anybody in the world would want you as a model. But she doesn't stop you from following her to the curb and waiting while she calls an Uber. Then you start wondering if instead she is a serial killer and she's going to bring you to her apartment in order to cut your head off and put it in the freezer. You're not sure why this is always your go-to guess. You watched Cannibal at a formative age. You getting in or what? Oh my god. The Uber brings you to a glass and chrome building uptown, and you realize that unless the entire company is planning to kill you, you're probably okay. You've never seen the inside of a magazine before, or a magazine studio. Do you call magazine places studios? Offices? Headquarters? You've only ever seen old-timey newspaper scenes in movies. Come on, we'll get you a guest pass. Come on, Naya. I can call you Naya, right? Is that still a thing? I remember that used to be a thing. Yeah, it's still a thing. Inside is more glass and chrome, and the carpet high pile enough that it would be difficult to navigate in heels. You remember reading a theory online that high heels are a part of women's fashion, specifically so women can't run away. You think that's probably not true, but it crosses your mind as you cross the big open-plan office. Not that you're wearing heels. Not that you even own heels. Welcome to BQ. You're beginning to think Catherine was being serious, but now you keep expecting every well-dressed office worker you pass to call security as soon as they see you. Like most influencer/gig economy workers, you have intense disdain for people with real jobs, mixed with an almost religious sense of wonder. How do these people get up every day, put on an itchy shirt, and then go sit in some freezing cold office for 8 hours? Should you be glad that you're not among their ranks, or should you be jealous? Is it privileged of you to think working in an office is totally whack? Jane says, damn, this is an intimidating date. It really is. Whatever the case, you're convinced they're all going to be able to tell that your turmeric-stained ass doesn't belong here. You good? Yeah, it's just fancy in here. I feel like I'm going to break something. What, a desk? Maybe. Alright, so if the office workers aren't going to prevent you from coming in here, then the pretty intern behind the desk in front of the corner office definitely will. But nope, Catherine appears to be in charge of her, and she just smiles at you. Finally, as Catherine opens what looks like a door to a dressing room, you stop. The weird trance that held you all the way through the mall finally dissipates. Wait, Catherine, you aren't really serious, are you? You think I brought you all the way here as a joke? I don't know, maybe? I don't have that kind of free time. Get in here. You follow her. Inside the dressing room, it's even colder than it was out in the main office, despite the track lights. Do they have the air conditioning on in here? It's October. I'm just kind of waiting for you to tell me that I've been punked. I don't have the free time to punk anyone. I just said. No, you just said you didn't have time for jokes. Punking is a whole different vibe. Catherine turns around so abruptly that you almost walk into her again. Ouch. Okay, if you're just gonna stand around making quips, this won't be fun for any of us here. Okay, but what exactly is this in the first place? Catherine crosses her arms like she thinks you're trying to deliberately waste her time. My model quit. I got a 1-page spread to fill. You said you'd fill in. I joked that I would fill in. And yet, you followed me all the way here. Yeah. About that. How are you even going to get home? You're not sure if the bus runs up this far. If you don't want to do it, say now, so I can line somebody else up. Might be too late in the workday, so I'll have to pay night rates, but I can make it happen. Well, that's the guilt card nicely played. No, it's not that I don't... You know I'm not a model, right? I've never sat for any sort of photographs before. Don't worry, this is high fashion, it's not art. You just have to wear the clothes. Jesus, just go along with it, you're in too deep. You got something else to say? Spit it out. It's nothing, I'm just overwhelmed, or I don't look like a model. I mean, I kind of want her to say I don't look like a model just so that Catherine can talk her up, so... Mia says, I joked that I would fill in, and then rode with you to the studio, and changed into the clothes you wanted me to wear, and went through hours of makeup and hair as a joke. Alright. I don't look like a model, Catherine. She just keeps staring you down. And you're the authority? Huh? You know all about the fashion industry? You know everything about what models look like? Well, you got me there, I guess. I haven't picked up a fashion magazine in years. She really became a rom-com protagonist. Yeah, right? Wherever. I just go on Instagram. Well, when it's a situation about buns or whatever. Buns? Cooking. Buns. You know, cooking stuff. Buns aren't really a generic food type. There was less talking up than I had hoped for. After that, you follow her back to have your makeup done. Wild. Listen, you really didn't intend to get Catherine to let you be a model or whatever. You had just been making a joke. This sort of thing only happens in those cheesy self-published erotic novels on Bamazon, the ones that cost $1.99 and involve some sort of she's all that situation where the protagonist thinks she's ugly, but then miraculously she takes her glasses off and bam, instant babe. You're not expecting that kind of treatment, and to be fair, you don't really get it. They do your makeup, they don't touch your eyebrows, which you're both disappointed by and spitefully grateful for, and spritz your hair with hairspray and tease it up even bigger than it already is. Oh, I haven't washed it in a while, sorry. That's good, actually. Hey, Mayanda. Mayanda? Got Mayanda? Hairstylist, Yolanda's co-worker. Oh, right. Really? Yeah, with your hair type, the oils make it easier to style. Clean hair is slippery. Wow. Learn something new every day. Dirty hair looks way better on camera than it does in real life. Oh my god! Ow! Oh my god, I fucking love it. I love it. That is amazing. The sparkles. Wonderful. She'd stayed, ostensibly so you didn't have another weird panic attack, but she's just been on her phone the entire time. Twice an assistant has come in and told her that the photographers are threatening to leave if you don't show up soon. Both times you make to get up, but Catherine waves you back down. You can't imagine being confident enough in your own work that you're fine with everyone just standing around waiting for you. Jay says, okay, that's a look. Whew. Right? Dang. Tell them we'll be out in a minute. You get out in about 45 minutes, and finally you get someone who seems less than happy to see you. Mia is also into it. I have other things to do today, ma'am. Some Greta. Photographer to BQ magazine. Makes sense. I don't believe you. The actual photo session is a lot like your experience of college, actually. You blink and fall into some sort of fugue where you're only half aware of what's happening. You've heard that modeling is a really deceptively difficult and tiring experience, but all they want you to do is just sit in an artistically weathered wingback chair, cross your legs, and look moodily out of a window. You can do that. You basically do that all of the time at home. Except you don't have an artistically weathered wingback chair. You have a broken pull-out couch. The outfit they give you makes you look like a librarian, in your opinion. Pinstripe pants and a purple blouse that's somehow both frilly and fussy at the same time. The photographers barely speak to you, and the girl who did your makeup didn't ask for anything beyond your name. Catherine's right. You really do feel more like a hanger for clothes than a breathing human being. You find it kind of relaxing, honestly. Photographer date? I mean, photographer is cute. Hi, princess. Speaking of cute, hey, sweet girl. What a good girl you are. So I guess the artist decided to give Inaya a slightly fancier outfit for the actual art. Boop, I boop your snoot. It is perfection. Thanks, hon. You can go. Change out of the clothes first. I wasn't gonna steal them. I know, but it's amazing how many people just walk out with shit on. I once had to chase a guy down the street to get the $400 Gucci sunglasses off his head and the $500 pair on his face. I'll get changed. Catherine has gone back to her phone, but she smiles at you. A quick flash, surprisingly warm. Princess, if you chew my cable, I'm going to be very annoyed. Baby girl. Thanks for your help, Naya. Stop at the desk on your way out. I need you to sign some release forms. She cycled back around. She, like, walked behind the, computer. That's the word. I can remember words. I'll get the concierge to call you an Uber. Thanks. For sure. I'll let you know when the editorial gets released. And that's basically that for a while. Nothing in your life changes. Not that you thought it would. You'd given up on any dreams of becoming famous in any way, shape, or form a long time ago. You're considerably more well-known than a lot of people, and that already sucks shit. Still, when you come back home from the photo session, you turn on the light in the bathroom and examine your made-up face, turning it from side to side, checking out the sexy ruffle of your hair. You look pretty good. Maybe you should learn how to do this shit yourself, and maybe put some actual thought into your wardrobe, even when you're not streaming. Who knows? Could be cool. Of course, that all goes out the window when you actually check out the price of good makeup. It's so complex, you need so many things. How does anybody ever have the time or money to figure this shit out? And as for buying new clothes, well, you still have to do that. Just maybe another day. So you subside back into your life of sweatpants and spice-stained tops, with just a bare amount of makeup on for your lives. It's a month and a half later, and you've basically forgotten about the whole experience when you get an absolutely incomprehensible DM from Alex. Do you have an evil twin I don't know about? I don't know. Maybe I'm the evil twin. What do you think about that? I think it's unlikely. Evil Inaya probably knows how to drive. People who can drive are evil. You're right about that. What are you even talking about? My girlfriend reads BQ magazine, and she says there's a picture in there that looks exactly like you. What? Oh, right! You drum your fingers on the top of your desk. About that, you tell him the story of running into an old college friend a month ago, and your brief foray into the world of high fashion. That sounds fake. How does something like that even happen? Princess. God, this cat. This cat. That's exactly what I thought. I was convinced Catherine was going to murder me. She was briefly on kitten cam radius and then fucked off again. Seriously, I don't think it's really possible for a magazine editor to just bring someone in off the street to be in a fashion spread. I guess, but this is a video game, so why worry about it? You got me there? Meta. Over the past couple weeks, you've talked to Catherine on and off. She even invited you to dinner a couple of times. You keep turning her down because you aren't sure how you feel about going out with another person. You really need to slow your roll down at this point, even if your roll is very small. She actually messaged you again earlier today. You've been trying to figure out how to respond. You're worried that if you keep turning her down, she's going to start thinking you don't like her. Or she'll start suspecting that you think she's trying to get with you. And you do kind of think that, but you don't want her to think that you think that, because what if you're wrong? Your brain is such a wild place to be right now. Did you tell your mom about the photos? Are you kidding? She'd lose her mind. This is like her biggest dream. Me doing something like looking nice while wearing makeup. I don't want to get her hopes up that it's ever going to happen again. She'd also probably launch into how much better I'd look if I lost a little weight. Yikes. For real. Jane also appreciating the fourth wall break. You tab over to your other message app from Discord. Look at you multitasking, talking to several different human beings at once. Who says technology drives people apart? Sweetie bear, don't eat that. It's not for food. It's not for eating, baby. It's just part of an envelope. You worry your bottom lip between your teeth. Maybe you should go out with Catherine just once. After all, she did get you into a high fashion magazine. Excuse me. You text Catherine and tell her you'd love to hang out. She responds immediately. 7 p.m. okay? Little bear, don't claw the furniture, sweetheart. Sure. Do I have to dress nice? The 3 little dots to indicate that Catherine is typing pop up, and remain long enough to remind you of her eyebrows rising when you do something stupid. Define nice. I don't want to see any curry stains, if that's what you mean. That was turmeric. I mean, turmeric is in a lot of... well, anyway. Whatever, I'll send a car for you. Baby boy. Baby boy, don't claw my chair while I'm sitting on it. That's very rude. The restaurant isn't fancy exactly. The image used notwithstanding, because that is a fancy fucking restaurant. But it's definitely higher end than you're used to. Luckily, nobody is in black tie attire, although you dutifully made sure nothing you're wearing has any visible stains. The car Catherine sent for you wasn't even a rideshare. It was a legitimate town car, with a driver. Fucking wild. Maybe you should consider going out with Catherine, just for more shit like this. Or you would, if you were the sort of person whose love could be bought. Which you aren't. Definitely. Catherine looks nice, with pale pink nails this time, a little crystal set in each of them. Oh my god, that seems so complicated, having little, like, crystals set in your nails? Dang. She orders you both wine before she even asks if you're drinking. Which is presumptuous, but also kind of sexy. And you don't know anything about wine. You might as well let someone order for you. Oh, she's all fancy. You see the photos came out? Literally looks like somewhere world leaders eat at, right? Definitely not beating around the bush. Maybe this is a business dinner, not a date. Ah! Oh my god, I love her little fancy suit. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, one of my friends saw it. What do you think? She's gonna give you the eyebrows, you just know it. I haven't looked at them. Nothing. I kept being busy, but... You wait. There's the eyebrows. But that doesn't seem like that's what this is. You seemed pretty excited about it when you were there. She swirls her wine and tastes it, nodding to the waiter, who pours for both of them. You wait until he walks away. I absolutely didn't... I was acting like a complete klutz. Mia is living for her dress. Kane says, okay, they're pretty cute. And Mia says, and Naya's suit! Ah! Power couple vibes. It is adorable. That's a great look.
Yes, baby bear? You need to be playing with before kitten dinner time. Wow. I'm gonna get the bird.
Okay. Oh, they are gonna go bonkers for the bird. Yeah, but I could tell that was because you didn't want me to know that you were actually very excited, which is why you hid your excitement. Heat hits your face. That's not... I've been doing this job a long time, baby. I can read people. Of course they want the bird. They always want the bird.
Do you wanna put the...
Sure, I'll put kitten cam on. It's pointed at the chair right now, but I can...
Where are we going, little bear? Where are we going, baby?
There we go. Got some action kitten cam. Going with I don't like looking at pictures of myself. I actually don't really like looking at pictures of myself. Catherine swirls her wine. Don't you take pictures of yourself for a living? You wince. I do live streams. There's a difference. And I don't like watching those either. It's true. Like, at least, you know, when I'm streaming, I don't have to see my own face. It's always a lot weirder watching them played back. It's like, oh god, that's me, huh? Oh boy. I look like shit, I know that, but... Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. You have done this the entire time we've been hanging out. Done what? Put yourself down. Fish for compliments. Ah, crap. I am not fishing for compliments. You say it kind of louder than you mean to, and the several tables around you go quiet. Catherine doesn't comment, but her mouth does turn down at the edges, like you're creeping into her bad books. Fuck. Why else would you be shit-talking yourself? What am I supposed to do, agree with you? Is that what you want? You don't have an argument. You wouldn't like it if she agreed with you. That's just not a thing people do. Okay, you got me. I have bad self-esteem. Lock me up and throw away the key, I guess. Sorry for not immediately fixing all my issues before hanging out with you. Fuck. Yikes. That's not a requirement. I just don't need you bringing it into my space. This isn't your space, though. It's a restaurant. Yikes. Catherine had said she was paying, but you don't think that automatically means you have to act exactly the way she wants you to. She's not buying you for the evening. You did the exact same shit at my office. Yeah, when you sprung a modeling job on me out of nowhere, and now you're upset that I'm what? Not properly appreciative of the pictures? Is that what you invited me out here for? For me to be super grateful? I invited you out to see if you could be normal, Inaya, because you clearly were not in your element at the studio. I get that, but so this was what, a trap? A test? You realize distantly that you're being ridiculous, but you're also flushed hot all over your skin, angry enough that you don't give a shit. The waiter is standing a few feet away, pointedly not staring at you. Fuck the waiter. Fuck all of this. Yeah, I don't think we're getting the good ending this time. You know what? Let's not. Thanks for the wine. You storm out, aware that everyone is staring at you and that you've left your jacket at the table. Fuck it. You're not going back now. You'd rather die. The restaurant is on the top floor of a hotel, which means you can't immediately storm out onto the street. You have to wait for the elevator, and standing still gives you plenty of time for embarrassment to turn to mortification. You're not sure what you just yelled at Catherine, but you know that none of it made sense. You don't like yourself, and you made it Catherine's problem. You shouldn't have agreed to do the fucking pictures. You just were hoping that somehow this time would be different. That being a model for a day would fix your brain, make you love yourself. The elevator dings. You step inside. Fucking stupid. Oof. Aww. Yeah. Okay, so we might have to have a do-over with Catherine. Yeah. Okay. Let's, see how much we can skip. Okay.
You okay, Miss Kitty?
Skip to the choice.
Have a rough landing.
Yeah, clean. Skip choice. Don't think about it. Whatever, who cares? It's not even that cold yet. You can make do with the sweaters you have, armpit holes and all. You'll just order some shit online. The mall sucks anyway. Game over. Okay.
Are you panting or chuffing, baby?
Still end up there.
You look like you're vibrating.
Alright, we did talk ourselves up, which was, I think, the right thing to do. It's nothing, I'm just overwhelmed. No, it's okay, this is all just happening pretty fast. It's just a photo shoot, not a shotgun wedding. I know, but mentally I'm still back at the mall. It's pretty simple. You want the job or not? You hesitate. Catherine sighs. Look, you're doing me a favor if you agree. You aren't in the union, so I can pay you, dick. This is absolutely me taking advantage of you, if that makes you feel any better. Oh, it does, actually. Okay.
Alright. Do not climb up your
Get your makeup done. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So let's go with I just haven't gotten a chance yet. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look yet. It's been like a month. So I sort of forgot it was happening, and I've kind of lost my excitement speed, if that makes any sense. Well, I can't relate, but I get you. I want to know everything, all the time. Catherine tilts her head to show that she's listening. I don't super want to talk about it. Why not? Your shoulders droop. Because I don't want to make it your problem. I consent to you making it my problem. Okay. So there's the difference right there. You laugh. Okay. It's not actually that deep. You keep making me build shit up and then it's just surprise! I have no self-esteem. You take a gulp of wine. I don't have any confidence in what I look like, which I know is stupid because I look fine. Like, I'm no movie star, but it's fine. You stare fixedly at the tablecloth. You can't abide finding out whether or not Catherine is laughing at you. I know it sounds stupid because I literally go on video all the time, but I guess there are sailors who are really afraid of the ocean and shit, aren't there? I don't know, I'm not a sailor expert. She sounds neutral, at least. I don't know. People shit talk how I look a lot in the comments and stuff, and I know people are just like that. I could be the hottest person in the world and they'd still do that. Which I am, and they have. You flash a quick smile up at her. She's smiling back. It gives you an enormous swell of confidence. Anyway, I'm never satisfied with how I look. My weight, my height, my hair, the clothes I wear, and I don't change any of it because... You gonna change her height? You glare. You know what I mean. Okay. Right, I don't change things because I feel like if I change one thing, I'll be admitting that they were right all along and I'm unacceptable the way I am, and I'll be obliged to change everything. And before you ask, by them, I mean the made-up people in my head that all sound like my mom. And I know it doesn't make sense, and I know it's rooted in a bunch of isms and phobias, but I can't get rid of it, and I feel worse when I try. For a second, neither of you say anything. The waiter takes that opportunity to come up and take your order. Your face burns. You barely even hear yourself as you order the first thing you find on the menu at random. God, was the guy just standing there, waiting for you to finish your dark backstory? You want to sink into the fucking floor. You hand your menu back, unable to look at Catherine. Well, there's a lot going on in there. Yeah. I'm fine with it. You look up. You think there's ever been a person who isn't a snarl of contradictions and nasty thoughts? I know. Do you really? Because I feel like you'd be less hard on yourself if you did. I know. I know you know. I'm kind of a mess. I know. A mess that spends way too much time online. That shocks a laugh out of you. You know that's right. You look up. Catherine is smiling at you again. It's not pitying and it's not judging. It's conspiratorial, like you're sharing a secret. And it's also why I'm not interested in you romantically and this isn't a date. The eyebrows are back. Damn, you are really good at reading people. Mia says, for me, the waiters just wait until I have a mouthful of something before asking me anything. I told you. Well, that's fine. You didn't want another hookup? Not really. You like Catherine. She's cool. Maybe in another life. Or maybe in this one, once you get your shit together. You have this habit of constantly trying to weigh the emotional weight of experiences as they happen, whether they're good or bad, positive or negative. There's always this pressing need to spin things into a learning experience or something that isn't your fault.
Oh my goodness, are the kittens having kitten dinner? Wow.
You can just not do that this time. You can just sit here and enjoy a nice dinner with a cool person, and that's totally okay. Aww. Yeah, that's definitely a much better ending. Okay. Oh. Okay then. I guess we're done with Inaya.
Well.
Yeah. All right then. Body image, emetophobia, and I missed the last few. But yeah, we got the closing statements or whatever. Okay. Immunophobia, misgendering, and harassment. Okay. Your good mood lasts the Uber ride home, through the front door of your building and up into your apartment. It lasts texting Catherine to tell her you made it home safe, and it lasts warming yourself up a bowl of leftover ravioli, because the food in that fancy-ass restaurant sure as hell did not fill you up. It lasts checking your Instagram feed and your email. Then you hover over a link you've been meaning to click all day, and it just drains out of you. You've experienced this feeling before, a bad mood's term of banishment lasting only while you're around people, with enough distractions to keep your mind from gnawing on it. As soon as you are alone, it all washes back. Agreed, Mia. Mia says, very much liking that a lot of these end up with, we're not into each other, and that's okay. Yeah, that's honestly, God, the world could use more of that. Like a wound so deep and mortal that when the knife is pulled out, it takes a long time for the blood to well to the surface. Or when a guy gets cut in half in an anime and doesn't notice until the hero turns away from him. You tell everyone you're fine. You are, in fact, not fine. I don't like myself very much. It had been such an easy thing to say aloud to Catherine. Well, not easy. You struggled with it, but simple, uncomplicated. One of the few uncluttered thoughts in your very cluttered head. I don't like myself very much. It's utterly unoriginal. Most online humor is about hating yourself and wanting to die. Self-deprecating posts always get a ton of engagement. You know that. And you know how capitalism is specifically designed to make you feel like shit about yourself so that you buy stuff. And yet you can't stop. You know it's toxic and stupid and unwoke and makes you part of the problem, but you can't stop. And when you inevitably have this breakdown over it, it's even worse. Worrying about worrying is stupid. All your problems are frivolous. There are so many people out there suffering worse than you. You just wish you could have a thought about something without having a thought about that thought, and a thought about the thought that comes after that. You just want to be able to feel a certain way and not care about what kind of person that makes you. I think you're spending too much time online. Catherine is fucking right about that. Of course she is. But this is your job. You have to be able to go online in order to do your job. And you have to appeal to the sort of people who want to give you money. And if you stop spending that much time online, isn't that just running away from your problems? Refusing to hack it? Fuck. Why does every thought feel like falling through a shoddy bit of floor? Crashing down to the floor underneath, only to feel the ominous rumble as that part starts to give away too? Why does everything compound and compound until your brain is too loud to do anything except spin in circles? You know what will happen if you look at that photo shoot. You'll find aspects you hate about it. You'll hate how you look. You'll hate the expression you're making. You'll think you look fat. Or you'll love it. You'll think it's fine. And then you'll feel like a fucking idiot for making a big deal out of literally nothing. This is what always happens, without fail. In a burst of desire to do anything else, you open your phone and bring up your latest live. You're making no-churn ice cream in this one. A simple freezer deal that doesn't involve buying expensive equipment. Your hair is up and the light is perfect. You thought you looked pretty good in this. Apparently, the people in the comments do not agree. Go for Broke says, I always check on you to see if you always, somebody with an indecipherable fucking username says she would make ice cream. Oof. Dog Eat Dog says, why this Indian chick so ugly? I thought... God, people are assholes. You feel your face twisting into a snarl. You check other posts. More comments about your hair and your skin and your weight. More criticism of your clothes. There's other sorts of insults too. Your workspace, your ethnicity, your food choice, the recipes themselves. All things that should matter way more than people commenting on what you look like. You're not a fucking actress, okay? You're a food scientist. You're a fucking chef. You didn't ask to look like this. Why does any of this matter? And yet those are the ones that you end up reading over and over until you start to feel dizzy. Oof. Oh, sweetheart, no. You start replying after a while. Fuck you, you ugly bitch. Did you type that? You didn't even notice. You also didn't notice uncorking a bottle of wine and downing half a glass in one swallow. Okay, you did notice doing that. You're just being dramatic. The next rude comment you post disappears almost as soon as you hit send. Thank you, Alex. Bless you, sir. What the hell? You scroll back across your trail of destruction. All your comments are being deleted. You have no idea what's going on. You drank too fast to deal with this shit right now. Your phone is ringing. It has been for a while. It's Alex. You reject the call and drop your phone. You check Discord instead. Inaya, holy shit, I think somebody hacked your Instagram account. I'm checking on it now. Inaya, answer your fucking phone. Someone is posting a bunch of slanderous shit. We need to shut the whole page down before this gets out of hand. There haven't been any other login attempts. Inaya, are you doing this? You pour more wine. Calm down, nobody hacked me. Then what the fuck are you doing? Are you drunk? Not yet. Are you kidnapped and this is your cry for help? If I come over to your apartment, is it going to be covered in blood? Don't be dramatic. I'm not the one randomly starting fights on social media. I'm not starting anything. They did. They're trolls, Inaya. That's what trolls do. You just ignore them. You hired me so that you wouldn't even have to look at your comments, let alone reply to them. I don't know what happened, but it isn't worth alienating your fan base. Lol, what fan base? Nobody cares about my videos. Of course they do. What the fuck are you saying? You have a ton of subscribers. Do I need to screenshot your follower count? You're being absurd. You look at the screen. The words keep playing over and over in your head. You have a ton of subscribers. Do I have to screenshot your follower count? Over and over and over and over and over, you have a ton of subscribers. And suddenly you feel sick, dirty. What an absolutely disgusting and pathetic thing to chain your self-worth to. Little numbers on a screen. You think you might puke. Inaya, will you please pick up the phone? Stop saying my name like that. I don't want to talk right now. I'm worried about you. You aren't acting normal. Oh wow, thanks, because my usual behavior is so average and adjusted. You're scaring me. If you don't answer your phone, I'm going to come over there. No, I'm not going to let you in. Don't bother. You slam the laptop shut before you can see his response. The wine bottle shudders from the impact, falling over and drooling out a couple of drops from its narrow mouth. Wow, maybe you are drunker than you thought. You stand up and the room swoops around you. Shit. You push yourself away from your desk. Your heart is beating too fast. You can't just sit down and read or play a game or watch the fucking Weather Channel. You need to break something. You need to do something really fucking stupid. Desperately, you bring up your FaceTime history, your finger hovering over a list of names that you'd gotten to know over the last few months. You wonder what they're doing right now. Like you're having an out-of-body experience, you picture them all. Hi. Yolanda's sweeping up clippings at the end of the day at her salon. She probably has people to do that for her, but you don't know any other jobs at a beauty parlor. Ashley gaming, making jokes and raking in tips, hopefully with some new group of friends that will treat her better than the previous one. Emhari taking care of his kids, thinking about anything but the ex that broke his heart. Keaton setting up a live stream in his sticky apartment surrounded by expensive shit he can't afford. Catherine sitting at home and thinking that she did a good deed tonight, helped a friend realize a few things about themselves. Yeah, you sure fucking did. You could call any of these people. You could call Alex back and let him talk you down like he used to back in college when you were at your worst. You put your phone down. Then you pick up your webcam and smash it to pieces on the kitchen tile. Fuck. The ring light follows it. Then the little delicate china plate with a hummingbird on it that your mom got you a few years ago. You use it to plate baked goods. Its crash is the most satisfying of all. There's more where that came from. The slamming on your door jabs into you like a nail through your forehead. Forcing your gummy eyes open, you roll over. The ceiling spins. You close your eyes and try to will the knocking away. Fuck. Miraculously, you managed to drag yourself to your bed last night. Your mouth tastes like something crawled inside of it and died. You consider going into the bathroom and trying to puke, but you don't want whoever is outside just standing around while you do it. You want to puke in peace. You're halfway across the living room, avoiding shards of broken glass, when a voice comes through the door. Oh fuck. Police! What the fuck? Is Alex playing a prank? Is he pissed you didn't let him in last night? That didn't sound like him. You look through the peephole. Holy fuck, that really is a cop. Right outside your door. Jesus Christ. Did you do crimes last night? Fucking hell. I did not expect this plot twist. Hang on. Kitten. Good girl. Inaya, if you're in there, open up. The cop who knows your fucking name. You unbolt the door and open it a crack. Can I help you? Your head pounds. You haven't been this hungover since high school, which might explain why you don't feel scared, just annoyed. There you are. We got a call from a Miss Khalil. From Alex? What? Did he call the fucking police on me? The cop gives you a flat little smile. Evidently, he's used to people swearing at him. Miss Khalil was concerned for your well-being. She asked us to check up on you. Alex is a dude. I'm fine, as you can see. The cop raises an eyebrow. You mind if I come in? We can sit down and you... I do mind, actually. I'm busy. With? Being hungover. Just open the door, ma'am. You got a warrant? Ah. The cop's bedside manner droops a little. What? If you have a warrant, I'll let you in. Otherwise, no way. You aren't under any suspicion. Your friend just wants to make sure you're okay. I'm fine. I'll call him. He seemed worried for your mental state. You snort. Yeah, well, me too. The startup Alex works for is at the very end of the bus route, in the basement floor of a high-rise full of so-called luxury apartments, some investors' tax haven. Yeah. Mia says, oof, Alex, I know your heart was in the right place, but this could literally have gotten Inaya killed. Yeah. Don't trust the cops. The startup Alex works for is at the very end of the bus route, in the basement floor of a right, I already read that. By the time you're in any state to be out, it's past midday and late enough in the year for the light to already be slanting in anticipation of nightfall. You rest your head against the cold bus window and try not to think. You don't know what the startup does, just that they have cold brew on tap and their last two managers were sex pests. You march right past the receptionist and plonk yourself down beside Alex on the chair reserved for clients. What are you doing? I can't believe you called the cops on me, you dick. Alex looks up, face cycling through relieved, angry, and contrite, before finally settling on unamused. Well, you didn't answer the door, and I heard shit crashing around inside. What was I supposed to do? I'm not allowed to break my own shit? You're not allowed to act like a complete nutcase and scare me. His voice rings off the low ceiling. Everyone else in the office pays very close attention to their computer screens. Maybe they think you're Alex's angry girlfriend. I still can't believe you called the cops. Did you let them in? No. I told them to come back with a warrant. Alex stares at you for a few seconds before he snorts and collapses forward on his desk, smothering his laughs in the arms of his hoodie. You look like shit. Alex whips his head back up. You look like shit. Fuck, Inaya. What did you do? Drank a whole bottle of wine and trashed my place? Alex stares at you. How trashed? Pretty trashed? Alex rubs at his forehead. He doesn't look like he got much sleep either. But you're all right? Not really, but I'm okay, if that makes sense. Weirdly, it does. Is your boss going to be pissed that I'm bothering you? I don't think I've even seen my boss this week. Don't worry about it. What even happened? You shrug. Your head is pounding. I had a bad night. You brace yourself for a quip, but it doesn't come. You realize that you've been tensed up this entire time for a lecture, but Alex just squeezes your hand. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah. Do you have any idea what you're going to do now? Take some time off the internet, or from posting at least. For real. I have some money saved up. I can probably just coast on the old monetized videos for a while. I don't know what I want to end up doing in the long run. Maybe go to therapy? Okay, that I have been saying for years. You punch him in the arm. You don't know if a therapist can fix you. You don't know if there's even something inside you that needs to be fixed. Maybe it needs to be excised, torn away, or shoved in so deep you can't feel it anymore. What are you doing the rest of the day? Do you have someone to stay with you? I don't need... You take a deep breath. Yeah, I do. I'm going over to Keaton's. He's gonna let me use his equipment for a hiatus post. Did you tell him about... I told him I broke my camera. Right. Then tonight I have to clean up my fucking apartment. It's a wreck. You look down at Alex's hand. It's still on top of yours. Suddenly you don't feel quite so alone. It's honestly stupid that you ever did. Do you think you could help me? Alex's hand closes around yours, tighter. Of course I can. He's a sweetheart. You leave Alex in tech bro hell and get back on the bus. You text Keaton to tell him you're on your way and get a whole bunch of excited bullshit in response about a new Switch game he bought last night. You roll your eyes. Dork. You're not sure if hanging out with them is the best thing for your mental health right now, or promising to stream with Ashley on Wednesday, or asking Yolanda to borrow a poetry book, agreeing to another night out with Catherine, heading to the club on Friday to keep an eye out for Emhari. Maybe none of them will truly be good for you in the long run. But who cares about the long run right now? And really, is that any way to live? Constantly poised for everything to crash to pieces, fall apart? Checking and rechecking your social connections like they're a bank account? You don't want to live like that. Nobody should live like that. That, at the very least, you know for sure. Aww. Therapy is an option. Aww. Precious. Precious friends. Okay. Whew. So I guess that's that for Inaya. We'll call it a night. And start the next person. Who's the next person? It's like in a different order now. On a different screen, I swear to God. It's different. But anyway, so it'll be either Emhari or Isabelle. So that'll be fun. So yeah. Probably start that next week, or I might do a drawing stream to kind of split it up and then do more. And tomorrow at 6:30, we will, Valmax and I will be streaming more Life is Strange Aftermath. Chapter 2. Mia says, that was such an exciting narrative. Very hyped to see who's next. Yeah! Yeah, I'll have to play around and see who, whether it should be Emhari or Isabelle who comes up next. And Mia says, ooh, I love them both. Me too. So I'm very excited for either of them, really. Yeah. So stay tuned. There will be more. I will release our February streaming schedule soon. I just need to double check it with Filmax and make sure everything works out. But yeah, have a great night, and I will see you again soon. Bye.